Have a good evening.
Wow. Oh.
Hey,
That was a lot.
Justice Matters bringing some fireworks.
Justice Matters. Y'all, let's retire to the parlor.
Yeah, we've got
We have a lot to talk about. I have a note.
post forum commentary in the parlor with Dave.
You know when you watch the State of the Union address and there's always like a really frustrating follow-up by the opposing party?
Right.
That's sort of like this.
We're gonna be, well, it depends what the party is.
Hi, buddy.
Yeah.
So Dave and I are here to talk about the Justice Matters Forum for County Commissioner and some thoughts we had to share because we are putting ourselves in the position and in the hot seat for y'all to be mad about us having opinions as a business. But you know what? Our business is made up of community members who really care.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna have opinions.
We're just your neighbor.
We're just your neighbor. And here's the thing. I just really support the justice ticket. And here's why. Dave also appears to support the justice ticket because he went in full croissant just hearing about it. Although I apparently can't spell, and I apologize, I spelled Shannon Reed R-E-E-D because I played the clarinet.
Worst things have happened, Meredith. Don't beat yourself up over it.
For example, Nancy Thalman was a county commissioner for 12 years.
Yeah, indeed.
And Shannon Reed is a part of what we're calling the Justice Ticket. Not us personally, but like the community. The Justice Ticket is a coalition that's sole purpose is to recognize and root out injustice that is racially and class-based, that creates inequality in our community. This is way overdue. Coalitions are necessary to do this. It's most possible on a local level. So I feel like the problem is we really love Sarah Taliaferro. She's an artist. She's a wonderful person. She's a member of the Justice Matters Coalition, but here's the thing at the end of the day. Sarah, and I think she would understand this, is aware of the movement as an older white woman who is cisgendered, straight, and has raised a family in relative security in Lawrence, Kansas. We already have representation for that point of view all over our city's major offices. We have it on our board already with Patrick Kelly, who is a white cisgendered male with a stable life, who represents people who already have connections to authority in the community. So while we love Sarah, the fact that 25 years of experience, having the mayor pull them out into committees and things, that's good, but 25 years of that didn't solve the problem. Meanwhile, Shannon Reed represents more complicated intersectional identities that I don't see very frequently, who the mayor just calls up on and says, hey, be on a committee for me. So I think we need someone like Shannon Reed, whose community intersections are a little more complicated than I see Shannon Reed when I show up at a BLM rally, or I know that Shannon Reed's involved in talking with indigenous populations about the things they need to have brought up. So I can love both of them and see that one of them needs a place at the table more than the other right now. And so for me, that's what this comes down to, is how do we create space for the people who haven't been able to have it before? And I think that's why for us, the Justice Ticket with Shannon Reed is the way to go. It's really hard. I'd like to see every capable person there, but unfortunately, we have these very limited roles at the top, and I think Shannon Reed will listen to someone like Sarah Taliaferro. Shannon Reed will listen to people who are... Shannon Reed can text someone who's in BLM. That is helpful. So, it's really hard. But it's actually kind of not. It's kind of not. We just have to make up our minds that it's not about individuals right now. It's about the greater good, which involves collective investment in marginalized communities.
And
So,
I mean, the collective
yeah.
is a great thing. We're being presented with a great opportunity right now with Shannon Reed, Shannon Portillo, and Cooper Overstreet, the Justice Ticket, already working together and saying they're already ready, they're already committed to working together to make some change in our community here.
It doesn't mean I'm detracting from anyone other opportunities, just like, we're trying to build a team, right? Sorry, buddy. We're just trying to build a team right now. You're right.
Thank God.
He's so cute. He loves
paper. This is a real, we lucked out to get a cat that loves paper so much in our stationery store.
You know, it's challenging. There's a lot of feelings involved, and I think feelings are helpful in getting you to do the work, but then, like, when it comes to the end of the day, I really feel like Shannon Reed is going to be a really good advocate for people who we haven't seen advocated for before on county commission. And Patrick Kelly is already a person on the county commission who is locked into existing systems of power. He's the person who already knows the city manager. He already knows all the people in power. He's been in office for 2 years. 2 years. So he knows what he's doing. We have someone on the inside already with the mayor's office, etc. Meanwhile, we'll watch the District 3 race later, and that would be our pick for that race.
Shannon's in the chat right now. Shannon Portillo. Hope it went well for you, Shannon, tonight.
Portillo, we can't wait. We'll stream that one tomorrow.
No, tomorrow's a different forum, but we'll get it going later in the week.
So Shannon Portillo, I mean, it's the fact that we're divided into 3 districts has probably a lot of other things to unpack, but Shannon Portillo represents both the university, which I think is a really important part of our county. The university is a huge jobs provider and economics driver of our community. Shannon's involved with it. She's involved on the state level, but she's also a person who's, like, invested her whole career in understanding justice and how it's enacted. So Shannon has all those, like, sort of, like, she's got those nerd credentials to show up and say, like, this is how the stats prove this out, which is exciting. So if we had a county commission that was Patrick Kelly, who's related and already tied into all the existing power structures and can help grease the wheels, and then we have Shannon Reed, who's really tied into movements on the ground and is an empathetic advocate who can speak to people who have been marginalized before, and she's bringing that to the table. And then Shannon Portillo, who's a very, like, hardcore, like, structural, academic, rigorous, like, student of justice and the law. And we put those 3 people together.
Boom.
Our county commission's on fire.
And you know we're going to be emailing Patrick Kelly this week to be like, hey, how about you vote down that jail now?
You should. Did I just snap?
You might have. I don't know.
If anybody thinks I just snapped, I just want you to know I've never previously snapped in my life.
You can't snap?
I can't snap.
Try it again.
I thought I couldn't. I was just on fire at the moment.
No.
No.
That's pretty weak.
I think the previous one was almost a snap. But anyway, I just feel like those 3 together, they represent 3 types of approaches to social justice work that are all essential and need to work together to actually create structural change, which is what we're trying to do, because we can't just keep Groundhog Daying this scenario.
It's true.
Where white supremacy and, like, entitled classes just keep playing out the narrative until people get too mad about it, and then we hit reset. We can't keep doing it. It's very exhausting. Dave? That was my thoughts. So, did I cover it?
Yeah, Shannon Reed for District 2.
And I just want people to know, it's not hard feeling. It's not like we prefer, personally, Shannon over Sarah. We think they're both great people, and we happen to know that everyone would advocate for Sarah to be on the CJCC and provide that insight, especially, like, homelessness is a big issue and housing is important.
They're
but the
two great
county
candidates.
commissioner is a whole other race, and we just want to try to stack the deck of county commissioner, which is only 3 people. We want it to be 3 people with diverse backgrounds in some way. Somebody who works with the marginalized and understands them. Somebody who's tied into civic powers already and can help speed things up. And somebody who's very aware of the law and understands justice. That feels like boom, boom, boom. That feels like we're writing a novel about how to get this done in Douglas County. And I want to do it. Dave, would you like us to stop streaming all night and just get it done?